Now you have two options. Either you can recollect our previous session, no blame, no complaint, no excuses. और या तो धनंजय और इनकी दोस्तों की तरह बड़ी नजाकत के साथ आप कह सकते हो सब्जी बनाने वाले, है ना? So we have to develop our creativity, our communication skill, right? दोस्तों, पिछले 15 दिनों में हमने अपना पहला सत्र बहुत गौर से सुना, समझा, YouTube पे बार-बार मॉक देखे, मॉक प्रिपेयर किया, अपने एसीज को, एरिया कोऑर्डिनेटर्स को, अपने फैमिली मेंबर्स को अपना मॉक सुनाया और ये सेशन पूरी तरह से हमारे जहन में उतर गया। Don't you think our life has transformed completely? इस सेशन की बदौलत जो पूरी की पूरी फैमिली KMM कर रही है, उनमें अकाउंटेबिलिटी डेवलप हो गई है। घर में एक दूसरे को गाइड करने का, एक दूसरे को राह दिखाने का, एक दूसरे को डांटने का तरीका बहुत खूबसूरत बन गया है। Our life has become simple and sorted, right? पिछले 18 सालों में मैंने अपने हस्बैंड को इतने प्यार से कभी नहीं समझाया। डार्लिंग, नो ब्लेम, नो कंप्लेंट्स, नो एक्सक्यूज। पिछले 15 दिनों में मेरे बेटे ने मुझे सैकड़ों बार याद दिलाया, कोऑर्डिनेटर, नो ब्लेम, नो कंप्लेंट, नो एक्सक्यूजेस। इट्स अ ब्यूटी ऑफ कीप मूविंग मोमेंट। आप सब लोग अपने अपने क्लास में जाकर सेशन डिलीवर करके आए हो। हर एक एरिया कोऑर्डिनेटर के ग्रुप में मैंने मैसेजेस पढ़े हैं। Naren session was very impactful. We could see spark in the eyes of students, life transforming session. So thank you Naren for this brilliant session. मैं आप सबके साथ कुछ फैक्ट्स, कुछ फिगर्स शेयर करना चाहती हूँ। First time ever we have 34 ACs for KMM. In that, we have 13 brand new ACs. हम लोग एक मॉक प्रिपेयर करते हैं, उसके लिए कितनी सारी एडजस्टमेंट करनी होती है। टाइम पे पहुंचना है, मॉक अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करना है, मॉक डिलीवर करना है। ये एसीज 15, 20, 25 लोगों के मॉक पेशेंटली सुनते हैं, उन्हें फाइन ट्यून करते हैं और अपने मॉक रिपीटेडली देते रहते हैं। So I'll request all the 13 ACs, please stand up wherever you are. इनके अलावा जो पिछले 5, 10, 15 साल से ये काम लगातार बहुत शिद्दत के साथ कर रहे हैं, उन सब एसीज को मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है, आप जहां हो वहां खड़े हो जाओ। Are doing their work brilliantly. So thank you ACs. You are KMM souls. You are driving our movement. Friends, Joe and Paresh has done brilliant allocation. This time we have 405 volunteers for KMM, active volunteers for KMM. In that we have 209 male and 189 female. We have 3 Atmas. They are directly connected have 78 schools registered for KMM across Pune. In that, one is Gujarati medium school, 22 Urdu, means Hindi and Urdu medium school, 65 Marathi medium school, and 164 English medium schools. We have got 251 divisions across Pune. In all, we have touched 12,500 students in Pune through Keep Moving movement. Out of Pune, we have 15 register centers and 11 centers are already started. We have 28 schools, we have 1,255 students and 149 volunteers out of Pune. And our darling Amit Vardhe is leading that show. दोस्तों, आउट ऑफ पुणे का जिक्र हुआ है तो मैं संगीता बोत्रा, अपनी लाइफ स्कूलर का नाम जरूर लेना चाहूंगी। संगीता बोत्रा हैज इंट्रोड्यूस समीर कोठारी, जो नासिक में इस साल कीप मूविंग मूवमेंट लीड कर रहे हैं और उनके साथ साथ 16 वॉलंटियर एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं। सो थैंक यू संगीता। और एक यंग एंड डायनेमिक लड़की का जिक्र करना चाहूंगी जिसका नाम निशा है। निशा इज जस्ट 21 ईयर यंग गर्ल। शी हैज स्टार्टेड KMM in Raipur. Last year we had 6 volunteers and this year we have 26 volunteers in Raipur. दोस्तों, आप अपने अपने क्लास में जाकर बच्चों के दोस्त बन गए हो, उनके मेंटर, उनके गुरु बन गए हो। आज गुरु पूर्णिमा के पवित्र पावन अवसर पर मैं आप सबको विनम्र अभिवादन करना चाहती हूँ। आप सबके भी जिंदगी में कोई ना कोई गुरु जरूर होंगे। आपके माता पिता, आपके टीचर्स, आपके स्पिरिचुअल गुरुज, हम सब मिलके आज उनको विनम्र अभिवादन करते हैं। मैं एक श्लोक का उच्चारण करूंगी, आप सबको मन ही मन में उसे दोहराना है। प्लीज जॉइन योर हैंड्स, क्लोज योर आईज। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा, गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Please open your eyes. Now I would like to invite a person who has very caring heart, very ambitious mind, rock solid confidence, creative brain। ये खुदा का नेक बंदा हर दिन दिवाली मनाता है। ये हजारों दिलों में ज्ञान के दिए जलाता है। ये बंदा लोगों को सच्ची राह दिखाता है। So let me call upon to the dais our darling, our lighthouse, our mentor, our guru, Narendra Ghoidani.
a joy to be with lovely, pure-hearted, outgoing souls who take part in Keep Moving movement year after year. My job is the easiest job. That is to announce the dates and to create the sessions. And then there is a team of people who start working, go on to create miracles inside the classroom. There is another very special category of people who inspire us the way they live their life. If you remember in session number 1, do you remember what is the title of session number 1? No blames, no complaints, and no excuses. By the way, another side advantage of being an AC is you get t-shirts sometimes. So if all the people that you see wearing that blue color, no blame, no complaint, no excuse t-shirt, they are ACs. And since, like Kanchan mentioned last time, since her family does business of ACs, this year we have abundance of ACs. There is a very beautiful family who right now stays physically in Nasik, but actually they stay in many hearts. We mentioned about them in last session of No Blame, No Complaint, No Excuse. And I requested them to make their presence today with us. So today they are here. So let me call to the dais Rakhi, Prashant and Pranav. Okay? So, obviously you would have understood, she is Rakhi. He is Prashant. And this is their joint venture product. He is Pranav. Now there is a beautiful history behind them and some reasons why they mean so much to me. I wish there were more families as beautiful as they are. Now this young guy over here, whose name is Pranav, whose smile I don't know how many girls' hearts it will steal. He's about 16 years old, and Pranav had a small issue with his heart. Now he's gone through about 5 operations, heart operations, and he couldn't go to school more than a few weeks last year, and this year he appeared for his class 10th exams. Obviously, as parents, sometimes we are a little concerned about what will happen to the studies, what will happen to the results. And how many parents here whose children appeared for 10th or are going to appear for 10th this year? This year 10th and the 10th which went by. So Pranav went to school for less than half the time, just for a few weeks. And these are the parents, and they molded him in such a way where they don't believe in blames, complaints or excuses. They don't sit and cry about health is not good, hence I will not be able to study, or the system is too demanding, hence my child is not able to cope up. He did studies in his home, obviously guided by his parents. And this year in board exams, he scored 92%. I wanted, of course, all of you to meet these 3 lovely people. Besides that, there is one very important reason why I called them today. Today happens to be their wedding anniversary. So let's wish them a beautiful life together. Can there be a greater coincidence that on their wedding anniversary they found somebody to correct each other for the rest of their life? That's what marriage is all about, right? That's why Kanchan said that never before have so softly told my husband when he should change. A few weeks ago, Pranav is in office, life skill office, and he grilled me for some time on what is the course that he should take for the future. There have been a few children whom we have attempted to mold or to guide, but nobody has asked me as many questions as Pranav did. So his father runs a factory, so he was saying, should I take up engineering? And I said, yeah, you should. But he said, then I can employ engineers, why should I take engineering? So I told him, okay, then do MBA. He says, MBA, but my father has a factory, what use is MBA? And like that, the conversation went on for almost 45 minutes. And I knew when somebody has so many questions to ask and sharp, pointed questions and is able to have a 360-degree view, it means that their life is going to be really brilliant. So one, for the kind of thinking that they have, and second, for being a live example of there will be ups and downs now and then in life. Things will happen the way we don't want them to happen. But if I can anchor myself on no blame, no complaint, no excuse, life pretty much turns out well. It's a very dynamic family. A family which supports each other brilliantly well. When you have good family and good friends, you actually believe you can do anything you wish to in your life. There was a movie which came some time back which was called Rang De Basanti. And there was a song called Roobaroo. Have you heard that song? And then after Roobaroo, the singer says Roshni. Roobaroo, Roshni. Now to me, those two words together mean the world. Roobaroo means face to face. And Roshni is face to face with light. And when I'm face to face with light, I don't see shadows. Shadows representing the dark part of life, and light representing the bright side of life. In New Zealand, amongst the Maori tribes, there is a saying, always stand facing the sun, so that all the shadows fall behind you, not ahead of you. But that was the objective of session number 1, which was no blame, no complaint, no excuses. One day it so happened that Lord Indra became very upset with farmers, and he gave farmers a श्राप कि जब अगले 12 साल तक ना बारिश नहीं होगी, मरो तुम लोग सब. If you analyze religion, you will probably find Indra is the most insecure of all devas. The farmers came to the devas, came to Indra and said, 12 साल लग रहा आप हमको ये तकलीफ दोगे, तो सब नष्ट हो जाएगा, सब ध्वंस हो जाएगा, कुछ नहीं बचेगा. जो भी हमारी गलती है माफी मांगने के लिए तैयार है, माफ कर दो, लेकिन बारिश करो. Indra smiled wickedly and said, अभी मैंने बोल दिया है तो मेरे ऊपर एक ही है, मैं हाई कोर्ट हूं, एक ही सुप्रीम कोर्ट है, and that is Shiva. The system is created in such a way that if Shiva plays his damru, rain have to happen. So why don't you go and make a petition to Shiva and ask Shiva, आप जरा damru बजाइए ना. The farmer said, okay, let's go to Shiva. Before the farmers could reach Shiva, Indra already went to Shiva and said, देखो ऐसा ऐसा हुआ है, संभाल ले. तुम भोले बाबा हो, हाँ मत बोल देना, नहीं तो मेरा कोई सुनेगा ही नहीं, मेरा कैरेक्टर जीरो हो जाएगा, मेरे बात का कोई भाव ही नहीं रहेगा, कोई मेरी इज्जत नहीं करेगा, कोई मेरी पूजा नहीं करेगा। तो वो आएंगे, आपको बोलेंगे डमरू बजाओ, और आप बोल देना जो इंद्र ने बोला है ना, मैं उसका अगेंस्ट नहीं जाता। Do you see this happening sometimes at home? Mummy and Papa doing this background maneuvering. So farmers reached Shiva. They petitioned Shiva. Shiva kept what Indra had said in mind. And Shiva told कि भाई अभी इंद्र ने बोल दिया तो मैं उसके आगे नहीं जा सकता। आखिर पूरा स्वर्ग का मैनेजमेंट उसके हाथ में। वो नाराज हो गया तो मैनेज कैसे होगा? Farmers went back. All the farmers stopped working. They stopped going to their fields. They started getting lazy. Except one farmer who used to go to his farm every day like any normal day, till the land like any other normal day, and wait for rains to happen. Everybody else was laughing at this farmer, saying, "You have gone mad." The farmer would just smile and kept on doing this work. 3 years he did his work, and 3 years there was no rain. Everybody became absolutely skinny because nothing left to eat anymore. But this farmer, with whatever physical strength he has, is still tilling the land. A group of farmers came to this farmer and said, "Are you mad? What are you doing? 12 साल बाद बारिश होगी, और ये रोज रोज खेत में हल जोत के क्या फायदा है?" This farmer tells them, "See, it's all about practice. आज अगर अपन ने खेती नहीं की और 12 साल बाद बारिश हुई और 12 साल तक अपन ने प्रैक्टिस नहीं किया, तो 12 साल बाद अचानक बारिश होगी, अपने को आदत ही नहीं होगी, तो अपन खेत जोत नहीं पाएंगे, फसल होगी नहीं। प्रैक्टिस कभी भी छोड़ना नहीं चाहिए। Only when you practice properly, in the right moment, performance will happen." The farmer simply laughed at him and said, "ये 9 साल तक ऐसे ही करेगा, मौत के पहले मरेगा." But Parvati, from there, was watching what is happening. Somebody has to keep an eye on the opposite side. She saw all this, and she, at night when Shiva came home, that sharing has to happen. Not only about your life, my life, मगर उधर क्या हुआ, इसके यहाँ क्या हुआ. So Parvati is also waiting. Shiva came and said, "आपको मालूम है क्या हुआ है?" नहीं मालूम. He had gone for a trek to Mansarovar. Parvati looks at Shiva and says, "वो एक ऐसा किसान है, वो ना ऐसे बोल रहा है, वो बोलते हैं कि if I don't practice then I'll be out of practice, and tomorrow when rains come, I won't remember how to plow the land, so it will be disastrous, so I will keep practicing." Shiva said, "Okay, I mean everybody has their own path of living life, so no issues." He thought sharing is complete. But Parvati had a doubt. And the doubt was, if you don't play Dabru for 12 years, if you forget to practice, now this doubt became a conviction for Shiva also. हाँ यार 12 साल तक नहीं किया, भूल गया प्रैक्टिस तो। इसे देखता हूँ यार 3 साल तो हो गए, पता नहीं याद है क्या नहीं। Rains came, and this farmer who was practicing could plow the land properly and get a brilliant harvest. And what do you think happened to those people who were not practicing for 3 years? Any good practice in life must be practiced regularly. Why I am saying this today? For 2 reasons. Reason number 1, have tremendous respect for this word called practice. Even if you are an ace communicator, do not go to the schools without doing The more you practice, the deeper is the session inside your life. One way to take the session is know the data. Other way of taking the session is be a live example. There is a very different power which comes when you are a live example inside the classroom. And there is a little different kind of nervousness which you carry when you know you're not a living example of what you're saying inside the classroom. So that's why when Kanchan comes and shares about how I lived my life by practicing no blame, no complaint, no excuse. And the entire way in which the family lives is going to change. Now and then, I have received some extraordinary feedbacks on what is happening in the schools and what is happening for people. And I will take today's session to speak about just one person. And after that, we move to the second session. There is this amazing lady that we have with us, whose name is Preeti. Now, Preeti is an assistant professor in a college. She's a single mother. And she is doing her PhD in a very advanced field of work, which is something to do with material sciences and rockets and creating some new compounds, which will save crores of rupees for Indian government. So that kind of a research. She's a part of Keep Moving movement. When the dates of the classes were announced, she was given a particular date, that is 7th of July. Her final viva for her doctorate work was on 7th of July. School timings and viva timings are too close to each other for comfort. And before the final viva, obviously somebody would want to soak in the entire subject on which they are going to be grilled, so that they are ready for any questions that might come. Preeti sent me a message saying, everybody in my team has got 5th and 6th residents in the school. Only I have got 7th. Guess why? Because he wants to give me a scope to implement this session in my life. So I have a reason to say that I am sorry, but this is my PhD degree. This is the final viva just before I get my PhD degree, which means I am going to be called Dr. Preeti, and for that the final interview is there. Before that, can you please send somebody else to take? I will take it from next session onwards. Quite possible, and probably the entire management of Keep Moving movement would have said, I completely agree and your decision is right, I will send somebody else, you prepare for the viva. But there are some people who are not so easily broken. They are solid. And Preeti is one of them. She writes in that message, there cannot be anything better in my life than to take a session for children as a part of Keep Moving movement and then go and appear for my doctorate exam. And by the evening, on the day in which I have taken a Keep Moving movement session, I will be called Dr. Preeti also. Nothing better gift for me in my life. So Preeti, where are you? I saw you in the morning. Yeah, that's where my Preeti is. You know, when you have people like these as volunteers as a part of Keep Moving movement, the vision, the confidence, the ambition just soars from the sky. We actually believe that with a few such people, we should be able to do much more in life than what we are doing right now. I mean, huge monuments stand on a few pillars. And it is pillars like this who makes the entire journey worthwhile. We have had the privilege of getting this information firsthand, and I have so many stories to share with you. But probably not today, some other time. How many of you have heard about this guy called Colonel R. Sundaresan? Some of you have, and all the ACs you should have by now. You got the PDF. Very interesting person. Colonel which is about 89 kilometers. He's one of those rare soldiers in the Indian Army who's been posted to sites in Glacier twice. Normally it's a once in a lifetime posting, but he came back from duty and in a few weeks, Kargil war happened and his entire battalion was posted there again. His heart reaches out to people and he wants to do something for soldiers. He saw that enough soldiers are getting martyred in the war and he decided that in this single year, 2017, he will run a marathon every week. And the purpose of running the marathon is to raise money for the families of soldiers who have been martyred on the battlefront. 26th of May was his 25th of that marathon run, which happened in Pune, in Pashan. Why am I speaking about Colonel R. Sundaresan? Again, for a few reasons. When we look around, we find enough things which is not okay. Sometimes your brother might not be okay, sometimes your sister may not behave properly, sometimes the colleague may not be right. Sometimes life takes a turn and you're not expecting it. Colonel Sundaresan teaches, it is not about your ability to find what is not okay. It is about your ability to say, I will do this to make things okay. That's the theme of his life. Jawans are getting killed on the borders. I can appeal to the government, I can say government is not right, this policy is not right, or I love to run, so I will run and raise money. So his mission is to raise 1 lakh rupees for at least 50 families of martyrs in this year, 2017. So every Sunday he runs. And he runs a marathon. When he was in Pune, the news that came to me is he has to catch an 8 o'clock flight out. But since he had promised to himself, I'll run a marathon, you know what time he started running his marathon? 2 a.m. And he made an appeal in something called Pune Running Group that would you like to join me in this run? We will start running at 2 a.m. because I need to finish my run and then I have to go to the airport to catch the flight. But I promised that I am going to run every Sunday a marathon, so nothing can stop me. No blame, no complaint, no excuses. How would you feel? How would you feel if you have a friend like Colonel R. Sundaresan in your life? How would you feel? It will feel like Rubaru Roshni, na? Life after darkness. Okay, fair enough. Anybody else? Yes?
Blessed.
You will feel blessed, okay? Yes? You will feel motivated, na? Okay. You will feel on top of the world, okay? Is that Naresh?
I will feel pride about having the life this night.
I will have pride, okay? Last row.
Gift from God.
Gift from God. Who? You or him? Him. Okay. Adi?
I'll feel inspired to do more.
I'll feel inspired to do more. Okay. Alice?
I'll be very privileged to know someone.
Privileged to know someone, no? Yes.
I'll be uncomfortable if I'm not able to live up to his standards.
I'll be a little uncomfortable if I'm not able to live up to his standards. By the way, thank you. How important are friends? I just said if you have a friend like this, it's going to be great. You know, the beauty about having friends is you can choose your friends. The thing about relationships is sometimes you can't choose your relationships. Like you can't choose your parents. You can't apply. Bill Gates. You can't choose your parents. You can't choose your siblings. You can't choose your in-laws. And in many cases, we can't choose our life partners also. You cannot choose your children. These are gifts of the Creator. जो दिए थे. But friends, that you can choose. We are going to class 9th and 10th in schools. And friends play a super crucial role in the lives of all these children. Today, friends influence children much more than anybody else. Children will listen to parents, but they will listen more to friends. The way we dress, the movies we watch, the songs we listen to, the parties we go to, and the friends that we have is all influenced not by the parents, but by the friends that we have. Now, if people can be wise enough to choose the right kind of friends, their life is set. So this session is called हर एक friend जरूरी होता है? Question mark. All of us have friends. Some of us choose right friends, and some of us choose the not so right friends. You're going to have this session in a very light manner. In the sense, you will begin with the story of Colonel Sundaresh. And then you will ask them what are the different kinds of friends that they have. Now, we have created a list of about 36 different variety of friends which you can have in life. So all of you will be getting this sheet which you will take inside the classroom. And in turn, you will be given enough sheets that you can give to every student inside the classroom. You will take this session in a very light manner. And the key is, everybody inside the class should laugh at least once. That's your challenge. Okay? First kind of a friend, one udas friend. Now, as I read out the kind of friend, if you are that friend, please raise your hand. If you have that kind of a friend, understand, barabar ye hamare paas hai. So one sheet is coming to you. If you have that kind of a friend, just tick over there. And if possible, write his name over here, his or her name. Don't look at your neighbor and write their name, unless it's a really powerful, positive one. Okay, has everybody got it? Or your neighbors have got it? Okay, let's start. Udas friend. How many of you have one in life? You know, one friend who will not smile. Who's always sad. Whatever you do to motivate, come, let's go on a picnic. Let's go for a movie. कौन उतना ऊपर जाएगा? So let's watch TV. Boring. Udas people's favorite word is bored. It's such a boring day. No, day is not boring because many people are very excited with today. It's I who am boring, their whole life is boring. So Udas friend. If you are that person, you can write your name perfectly okay. They sheet it for you. You don't have to give it to anybody else. And like in school, you can write and you can hide also if you want. Next, there is a cool friend. You know, chilled out. उसके कान पे जू भी नहीं रहेगी थी. जो भी बोल दो एकदम happy. They're always excited to do something. When they're there, everything in life looks tolerable. Cool friend. Smiling is very easy with them. Then there is a friend in deed. Friends who come to help you when you need them the most. They are called friend in deed. Then there is an activity friend. You know what's an activity friend? If you go to Kathak class with somebody, and that's the only relationship you have. Or if you are going for some salsa class with somebody, that's the only relationship. Or if you go for trek, only for trek the two of you go together. So for particular activities, the two of you come together. That's called an activity friend. And of course, there is an innocent friend. उसको बेचारे को कुछ नहीं समझता. Single meaning, double meaning, कुछ नहीं समझता. You crack jokes, they laugh, not because they understood, because you are happy, they are happy. कुछ समझा नहीं, पता नहीं, तू खुश है तो देख के मेरे को खुशी होगा. Absolutely innocent friends. about these innocent friends is they don't take insults to heart because they don't understand they were insulted in the first place. एकदम innocent friend. बोलते हैं guy. And unfortunately around these guys you have a lot of bells. Just as an aside, please don't ever drink buffalo's milk, okay? Have you ever seen an energetic buffalo? Excited. Buffalo means lazy. If there is a guy on the road, you can do and you can move it to a side. Buffalo is there, you have to change the road. So please don't feed your children buffalo milk. Those qualities will get transferred. And in case you are one such lazy person, now you know what to blame. तुम्हारी कोई गलती नहीं है, इसका कुछ किया क्या होता? Then there is one sleepy friend. Even if they have slept for 10 hours in the night, class में फिर भी उनको नींद आता है. You sit with them in a car, in 2 minutes they are sleeping. You have a full night, they are very excited. You all meet at 10, they are sleeping at 10:10. You don't know why. इतना नींद आता है उसको. You really want to name them Kumbhakaran. Then there is one Narad Muni friend. Do I need to explain this? They'll come to you as their best friend, take one information, go and tell it to somebody else. Take that information and bring it to somebody else. And they pretend to be the innocent friend. The beauty about Narad friends is they pretend to be innocent. I see some of you writing. Narad Muni, then of course there is an inspiring friend. And the inspiring friend doesn't talk too much. He doesn't give you bhashan, doesn't give you gyan. But like Colonel Sundaresan, the way they live their life, you feel like we can do more and we should do more. Then of course there is a background friend. What do you mean by a background friend? You know, in every group there are 2-3 people, you don't even know whether they exist or not. They don't make any noise, they are simply there. Like when dance happens in a movie, you see in the background, you know, other people are dancing. Like that, there are some people who are always in the background. If you want to play cricket, you want 11 people, there are only 8, then you call those background friends. Hey, unko phone karo baale. उनको खेलना नहीं आता रे खड़ा रह गया ना तुझे 11 का टीम को बनने दे. And sometimes these background people very feel nice. They come over there and they ask which game. And then you ask them, it's going to be football. Okay, so किधर फेंकना है बॉल को? You have to use your legs. Their game, they are cooperative and they don't take any management. Emotional management is zero with them. These are background friends. Then there is a frenemy. You know what it means, right? Today friends, tomorrow enemy, day after tomorrow friend again. Then enemies. Do you have somebody like that? Can't live with them, can't live without them. You always have doubts whether they are your best friend or they are worst enemies. One day it looks like ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, जय वीरू शोले kinds. And the next day you think this is Ram and Ravan kinds. These are called frenemies. Most people have 1 or 2 frenemies in their life. Then there is a loyal friend. Whether you are right, whether you are wrong, they will always stand by you. Then there is a I believe in you friend. People who believe in you more than you believe in yourself. When you fail, they say it's an aberration. When somebody ditches you and goes, they say you deserve somebody better. Whatever happens in life, you can't shake their belief in you. These are like the pillars of your life. Hence they are called I believe in you friend. Then there is a toxic friend. You know what's a toxic friend? Somebody who spoils the atmosphere. Everything is going great, and then they pick up a fight with somebody. All of us will go together, they say, "Maine aa sakta." Somebody who keeps on ladaving and chudaving. That kind of a person. He doesn't like people around him to be happy. They like to take pangas all the time. see what is going wrong. If you look at them, they'll say, why are you looking at me? If you don't look at them, they say, why are you ignoring me? What to do? Do like this full time. These people will always spoil the atmosphere. Toxic friends. Then of course, fashionista friends. People who know what is the latest going on in the world of fashion. You look at them and you know, okay, this is the latest trend in town. So these are the first people to get their eyebrows pierced. Have you seen these people? यहाँ पे वो लगाते हैं कुछ तो हमारे गांव में ना तो गाय के नाक में ऐसे लगा पकड़ के लेके जाने Some people put it over here, put it over here, put it over here, and a few more places don't ask me to show. And then there is something called friend in need. Who is this friend? He always needs something from you. One day it is tiffin, the other day it is money, then it is notes, then it is your company. They have to go to the shop which is 100 meters away for a Xerox and they will call you. चल ना क्यों जाना है तू आ ना मैं बताता हूँ you go अच्छा ठीक है आ गया किधर जाना है Xerox लेके अपने Xerox के लिए they come in front and you can ask them क्या चाहिए You know, typically at homes when the child comes and sits down next to the father and asks the father, Papa, how was your day? Father looks at it and says, क्या चाहिए बेटा? Somebody like that. If this friend smiles at you, it means कुछ तो चाहिए उसको. Always in need friend. Then there is a rebel friend. Somebody is always doing something which is disturbing. Somebody who doesn't care about authority. If people have said don't talk, they will be the first to talk. Complete rebel. They will not listen to anybody at all. Rebel friends. So, smoking, drinking quite early in the age, drugs quite early in the age, is the way they would prove that I am independent and nobody can control me. Then of course the homework borrowing friend. Don't you know that? God knows why they never take notes. And every now and then they will call and say, homework milega. How about this conjuice friend? Do all of you have that? Whenever a bill has to be paid, something happens to their neck and they start doing stretches. Have you seen that? छुट्टा नहीं, जेब से पैसा निकलता ही नहीं होता. They must have some kind of a Fevicol inside their pocket and they are scared to put their hand inside because the hand cannot come out there. एकदम कंजूस. Don't you all have this kind of a friend? खर्चा नहीं होता है. अच्छा इंसान है. खर्चा नहीं होता उससे. And of course comedians. Now these friends make your life right. They can make you laugh however bad your mood is. What is this protective mom friends? Have you heard of this called mom friends? These friends believe that they are your mother. They are overprotective. Why are you talking to that boy? You feel you don't need another mother with this friend in your life. They know more about you and they care more for you than for anybody else. They will always give you advice. Unfortunately, like in the case of mom, you don't listen to this. Mom friends. Then there is a study friend. Joint studies. Only that time friendship comes alive. Have you met this kind of friend called always hungry friend? You will have unlimited meals in a restaurant. Unlimited meals. Matlab, this has been stuck for lunch, dinner today and tomorrow. After that you come out and somebody else is going inside. Chal raha hai kya? He says, haan chal. They'll come to school and they'll say, bhook lagi hai. Period is going on, bhook lagi hai. Break time, bhook lagi hai. They will eat eat your tiffin also, their tiffin also, neighbor's tiffin also. Always hungry friends. Do you have them? Are you one of them? Then there is a sly friend. Who's a sly friend? Person who gives promises but never means it. He says something but does not mean it at all. Now that is a sly friend. You cannot depend on them at all. Then there is a dad friend. Now this does not mean your dad is a friend. He is that person in a group who always wants to take all the decisions. No, like dad. He may not know what you want, but what he wants has to be done by everybody. Do you have a friend like that? Kind of a little dominating in nature and wants to have their way every time. Then there is a Jnani friend. No, always giving quotes, always giving Jnana. Don't look at me. Then there is a friend of friend. You don't know when you became friend, but it was actually a friend's friend. Now they are not friends anymore, but you have become a friend. Doesn't it happen regularly? Then there is a large-hearted friend who does not allow you to pay, doesn't allow you any inconvenience. You have to go together, he takes his car out first. He wants to give to everybody. He is fundamentally a contributor by nature. Their joy in life is out of giving and not out of taking. Then there is a shy friend. They don't dance. They stand in one corner. Anna, not today. Kya hua? I have high heels, you know. But you could walk from there. I have mood nahi hai. You saw some of them when they were singing over here. Aaj gala theek nahi hai. Do you have those friends? Whenever you ask them to sing, what do they say? They are fundamentally shy. This is the most interesting personally for me. Skinny elephant friend. Who's this friend? He ekdam dubla patla, but eats like an elephant. And you wonder, jata kidhar hai? तू इतना खाता है 100 ग्राम वजन नहीं पड़ता है. मैं खाने को देख भी लिया तो 250 ग्राम बढ़ जाता है. Do you have that friend? And you are always jealous of that friend. He's putting butter, cheese, everything which you should not. You look at that and you feel guilty. And that fellow feels effortlessly. I mean, but skinny elephant. Can you imagine a skinny elephant? They are skinny elephants. You are one of them. Awesome. Then of course there is a shopping friend. You go together shopping and that's it. Mystery friend. Mystery friend is a friend. You think you know them, but actually you don't know them. You think you are close, but you are not close at all. You think तेरे को उनके बारे में सब मालूम है, and then you are shocked one day. Yeah, I thought we were close. Especially if they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, depending on their gender, and you come to know it afterwards. You never told me we had secrets. You thought they were close, but actually they were mystery friends. Perfecto friends, they are the most irritating specimen. They are good in everything they do. And these are the people whose examples are given by parents to their own children. उसको देख, वो डांस भी करता है, गाना भी गाता है, ट्रैक में भी जाता है, इसमें भी पार्ट लेता है, पढ़ाई भी अच्छा करता है, और तू टीवी देखता है. And you feel like beating your perfect friend. There is some genetic disorder in them. Actually, it's not natural. You know, a fish should be able to swim, they should not run. And a deer should be able to run, they should not be able to swim effortlessly. But some of these people have these qualities together in one single person. Do you know anyone of them? Debates, they are very good. Sports, they are very good. Pie, they are very good. Highly irritating. You are proud of them silently, but actually you are with them. Then of course there is an organizer friend who likes to organize. You want to go for a long drive? That fellow, ठीक है, मेरे ऊपर छोड़ो. Then he'll find the car, he'll create the WhatsApp group, he'll send messages to everybody, he will delegate work to people. They like to organize things all around. Do you know anybody like that? One of them over here, somebody is telling other person, "Dekh, tere baare mein baat hoi." Then of course there is this fearless adventurer friend. Their life is always exciting. They want to do something which takes a lot of courage. And this is an adventurer friend. And finally, there is a documenter friend. Who's a documenter friend? The friend who takes selfies, who takes all the photographs, posts it on Facebook. They like to document what has happened. Did all of you find yourself somewhere? Some of you know where? Now what we are going to do is, this is going to be a hilarious session inside the classroom. We are going to talk about different kinds of friends which exist in life. And then, you'll ask them, of these friends, which are the friends which you love to have? Who are the friends you would love to have? We can have these varieties. But which one of those friends you actually need in life? You have to look into it from life perspective and not just excitement and time pass perspective. Which kind of friend do I need? Anybody? Yes?
Inspiring friend.
Inspiring friend, okay?
I believe in you, friend.
Which friend?
I believe in you, friend.
I believe in you, friend, okay? The loyal friend, okay? Adventurous friend, okay? Yes? Comedian friend, okay? Rahul? Perfecto friend. You want a perfecto friend? Okay. Friend indeed, okay?
Large-hearted friend.
Large-hearted friend, okay? Combination of 2, 3. Okay. Give me anyone. Loyal, okay? Yes? Somebody over here, last row, second last row.
Always hungry friend.
Always hungry friend. I give you my number. Okay, in the balcony. Yes, my friend over there. Adventurous friend. Organizer. Yes, front row balcony. Friend indeed. You want all of them? Are you married? No chance. Find 32 of them in your life and have 2 or 3 more outside. Girish? Jnani friend. You're speaking about you or you want one? You want one. What we want to do is, inside the classroom, we are going to ask these children just to think about what kind of friend they need. Now, we are not giving them gyan inside the classroom. But through this exercise, they will understand which are those relationships they need to maintain and which are the relationships that they need to drop. There will be some you need not maintain, you need not drop. If they're there, fair enough. If they're not there, it's also perfectly okay. So you might have 15 kinds of friends around you. You need 4 kinds of friends. Others, if they're there, great. If they're not there, perfectly okay. But you also know 1 or 2 kinds which you definitely don't need in your life. Without saying that in so many words, because some of these kind of friendships are there inside the classroom, so you don't tell them drop them. It need not be direct. But you just tell them, decide what kind of friend would you like to have in life. And then we'll give a few examples to this. Draupadi always used to call Krishna her friend, Sakha. Though she had 5 super powerful husbands, when she needed it, it was a friend who came to help her. When she was being disrobed, and when she thought about Krishna, she could save her shame. Now that's the role of a friend, and that is the kind of friend that we should have in life. Duryodhan had a friend called Karna. He did enough for Karna, and Karna had a lot of gratitude for Duryodhan. But Karna did not stop Duryodhan when he should have stopped Duryodhan. So Karna might look like a loyal friend, but But the loyal fund does not stop you when you're doing something wrong. You might end up actually destroying yourself. And that is exactly what happened to Duryodhana. You end the class by giving a suggestion that this is what we believe can be a champion friend, champ. C standing for courageous. Who can inspire you, who can stand by you, who can guide you, who can tell you what is right and what is not? People who have courage. Then H stands for people who are honest, who can tell you on the face what you're doing is not okay and you need to think about it. Your behavior was not right, you should never behave like this. A stands for available when I need them. What is the point in having a friend? When I need them, they are busy in something else. M stands for people who make you smile and make you believe in yourself. And P stands for people who will push you no matter how much you resist. In other words, it means people who don't bother even if you hurt them. They don't give up on you just because they think you might get hurt or they might get hurt. Many reasons why friendships don't develop is we are scared of hurting them or getting hurt ourselves. But as friends, we need to have the ability to push. So C, H, A, M, P, champ. And ask them just to think about either one person or two people or three people, but have champ around them for them to live a life of a champion. With that, you can promise them that that is you who is going to go inside the classroom, that I am going to be that champion friend in your life always. And you in turn be a champion in somebody else's life always. So the session is Hare friends, Zaroori Hota hai, question mark. But some will actually be required and many are not required. So all the best in taking this session inside the classroom. It's going to be a fast session, it's going to be a funny session, it's going to be a light session, but it can be one of the most profound sessions that you've ever taken. More importantly, analyze your life, surround yourself with these kind of friends, and be a champion friend. It's time for us to move into something very exciting, something which is a part of the session which all of us look forward to. A part of the session where we feel blessed and privileged to have a friend like this in our life. How many of you have heard about this girl called Ariana Huffington? Some of you have, most of you haven't. Okay. She is one of the most powerful ladies in the world when it comes to media. She runs something called the Huffington Post, which she just sold, but she's still in control. A site which is the most profitable website in the whole world. They don't sell anything, but people come and advertise like in billions of dollars. Ariana Huffington is a huge fan of India. And she says, Indians are the people who know how to live a good life. And how does she define a good life? She says, according to Bhagavad Gita, now Ariana Huffington is speaking about Bhagavad Gita. She's an American and she says, according to Bhagavad Gita, there are 3 ways to live life. Way number 1, you are living a life of inertia, of laziness. There is nothing that drives you, there is no goals in your life. Late nights, late early in the morning. Nothing worthwhile. In short, a life of laziness and inertia. Second life is a life where you have too much action, too many goals, and you are running behind achieving something all the time, running behind it so much you have no time to enjoy your life. And therefore, most of the time, your life is lived only for you. And even if you achieve what you wanted to, you're not enjoying it because you're off to the next goal of your life. And she said the Western world has the disease of living as the second path. And then she says there is a third kind of life. The right kind of life. Where I live not just for me, In some cases, distributing smiles. In some cases, sharing money. In some cases, sharing about the wisdom that life has offered. In some cases, just motivating people around. But when I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking, what can I do for others? I am driven, I have my goals in life. But my life also has a very beautiful part, and that part is, I would like to do something for others. Today we have a friend with us who lives life as Ayana Huffington says, as Bhagavad Gita says, a good life. I had the privilege of meeting him a few times. A few years ago, about 4 years ago, in Keep Moving movement, we had a desire. And the desire was, let us give aspirations to children inside the classroom. What brings the best out of any person? Something that they look forward to. If I am looking forward to a very fit body, then I don't mind exercising. If I am looking forward to a very beautiful relationship, I don't mind putting initiative and effort. If there is something that I look forward to, then life has a lot of power. We decided, let's give children inside the classroom something to look forward to. We were discussing among the group of people who were driving Keep Moving movement that year. And we said, how would it be if we give all the children a dream? And the dream is, if you can score within 1% of the historical high ever of your school, you will be driven around in a chauffeur-driven Mercedes-Benz for a few hours in a brand new car. We had a few friends who have dealerships of these luxury cars. We approached them and they said, see, Baba, I understand all this nice motivation, but I won't be able to take my car outside with these children. If you want, get these children, let them stand next to the car, let them take the snap and let them go. I didn't like the idea. I thought if somebody scores within 1% of a historical high ever in their college or school, they deserve a treatment of a king. The idea was about to be dropped. Then the coordinator that year, Amit Kothari, he said that my father has a friend who might be able to help us. We went to them, we proposed the idea to them, and very happily, very readily, they agreed to the proposal. Now he was Mr. Chandravadanji Bhandari of B.U. Bhandari in Pune. I'll tell you what happened. And with that, I will invite him onto the dais. I'm a privileged person because I see many things very close. And there are hundreds of experiences which are beautiful memories. But there are some rare experiences where we think about it 100 times. And 100 times there are goosebumps all over the body. We thought about 10, 15 children will qualify. 48 children scored within 1% of their school's historical high. And more importantly, 30 of them were from corporation schools. So we got these children to the B.U. Bhandari showroom in Bhavna. We had a very beautiful function over there. Every car was flagged off with the checker flag. Brand new cars running on the road back to back. It was like one kafila of VIPs. And we were thinking that we'll have 5-6 children in an SUV. But Chandravadanji was very clear. Every child should get a window seat. Don't you all like window seats? No child should somewhere sit in between, sandwiched between two people. So there were about 40 children over there. There was about 18-20 cars which was taken out, chauffeur-driven, white and white, with hat. And when they were being driven on the road, jealous looks from all over them. Who's these people? And you should see the children sitting inside the car. See, even if you have a Benz, When you get this as an achievement, it's a very different feeling. Now comes the most beautiful part. There is a lady who was there who was crying. She was the mother of one of the children. Me and Chandravardhan ji were standing and we were just having a chat. And this lady was asked, "Why are you crying?" She says, आज तक एक टू व्हीलर के शोरूम में जाने की हिम्मत नहीं थी. इतने गरीब है. We can't dream of buying a two wheeler. Today my child has come inside a showroom like this and he's being driven around in a Mercedes Benz. Not able to control her tears, sobbing. She says, मैं प्रॉमिस करती है कि एक दिन मेरा बच्चा बड़ा होके एक मर्सिडीज बेंज खरीदेगा. Can you imagine what the family would have gone through? Can you imagine the electricity in the atmosphere? Can you imagine what this lady would be feeling in that moment? Of course, all of us had tears in our eyes. And Chandravardhan ji said, I thought we are creating some good moments in the life of a few children.